A Fox 6 weather alert on the state of emergency in Louisiana after those powerful tornadoes left a trail of devastation in the southeastern part of the state. Twisters ripping homes apart and knocking out power, as you can see, leaving dozens of people injured. The storm ravaging 7 parishes, and Louisiana's governor says the path of destruction is wide.
It is amazing how that tornado operated, and it kind of bounced back and forth across the highway. It didn't just pursue a straight line, and then it would jump over certain structures and land on others, but the width of the devastation was unlike any that I have seen before.
That's some serious words coming from the state of Louisiana. As you know, one hard-hit area from these tornadoes is New Orleans' 9th Ward, which, as you know, was devastated by Hurricane Katrina. Joining us now, Mitch Landrieu, the mayor of New Orleans. And those words are not lost on us, Mayor Landrieu, about how scary and devastating these storms were yesterday. You said yesterday in an interview that in some instances this storm was worse than Katrina. How so?
Well, there's no question about it. You know, when Katrina came in, as hurricanes do, I mean, they all come with a big wall of water and or wind, so everybody's affected at once. When a tornado comes, it's literally like an elephant just stomping your house. And so the area that was affected was about 2 miles long and about a half a mile wide, and some of the houses were just completely obliterated. It's an amazing thing to watch. The power of it's very, very different than a hurricane, and some people who actually were in this area who got wet during Katrina but didn't lose their houses had their houses that were completely destroyed. It was an awesome sight as a consequence of the incredible devastation that you saw.
Wow, we're seeing some of the video now. We were on the air, Mayor, while this was happening, and we were only getting some of the first images to our viewers, our national viewers, as they were coming out. What was it like for you?
Well, it's unbelievable. You know, when we walk the neighborhoods and talk to people, unlike a hurricane where you know it's coming for a couple of days, this comes on you in 45 seconds. People said it sounded like a train. I was talking to individuals who said they dove in bathtubs or they hid in closets, and when they woke up, I mean, their whole house was gone. The most miraculous thing about yesterday, though, is that we didn't lose any life. We had about 24 individuals that had some minor injuries. We had 5 or 6 major injuries. We've had people that have lost everything that they have, and of course, once the rescue is complete, which was yesterday, we've done a grid search of the entire area. We're now into the recovery phase, cleaning up the debris and helping everybody get back on their feet.
Wow. Again, we're looking at some drone footage of the area. You said, did I hear that right, 45 seconds of a heads up before the tornado really hit?
Yeah, well, the tornado warnings come, but these things come. The individuals that got hit by it said it sounded like a freight train coming out of nowhere. So that's an unbelievably scary thing for people to go through. Now, as can be expected, the people on the ground are helping each other out. We're resilient. We're strong. We've been through a lot of this before, but the response from the first responders was just terrific. So I want to thank everybody for all the work that they've done. This is just the beginning, though. Everybody knows this is a long haul to get people back up on their feet, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that happens quickly.
Absolutely. Mr. Mayor, what's the biggest challenge as you see it today?
Well, the first and most important thing, as I said yesterday, was making sure that we didn't have loss of life and rescuing people that were in harm's way. We have to secure the area. Now we have to make sure that we clean up all of the debris, get the electricity back on, help people find housing and shelter and food, and then start the long-term recovery. As I said, we think we have about 250 to 300 folks that lost everything, and we have to figure out a way to help them get back on their feet. So I know everybody's going to reach in and lift each other up like we always do, but it's a long road for everybody.
You know, what a lesson to the nation. At a time when we're talking about so much division, we all, of course, can reflect on everything that New Orleans has faced over the last decade or so. Mayor Landrieu, that must be really inspiring to you as a leader.
Well, I can tell you, I've experienced this through Katrina, Rita, Ike, Gustav, the BP oil spill, and now this. In our darkest hour, you really have people that come and help each other, and it's the best among us. There's no question about it. Some of the things we saw yesterday with people helping people, it'll really warm the heart. It lets you know that even in our most difficult time, we can find common ground in this country, and hopefully New Orleans can share that message with the rest of the country.
We'd wish, of course, that you didn't have to get that message from a devastating storm, but we really appreciate hearing it, though, Mr. Mayor.
It's always hopeful, and I want to thank you guys for your support.
Well, we really appreciate your time today. We wish you the best of luck, and we'll check back in to see how things are going. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Sure enough.